let's continue. So we started a new chapter today, and we actually spoke somewhat about these issues because the questions were asked. Okay, so chapter 26, it says scraping and smoothing. One of the 39 Avos Milachas, forbidden on Shabbos, is memachek, like scraping. So meaning scraping the hairs. This refers to scraping animal hide to smooth the surface so that it can be used as a parchment. Right. So not only hairs, but even more the hairs. Okay. Meaning to remove things. The example of this milach of scraping of rough surface of the stone to smooth it and scraping dry wax. Okay. So meaning something is not smooth, and we try to smooth it. That's smoothing is, I think, scraping and smooth. I mean, for us, I think more practical is the second one, smoothing. Okay. Talada, subcategory of milacha of memareach, smoothing, which refers to the smoothing moldable substances, such as beeswax. Beeswax. Next one is pitch. And next was animal fat. So just from these three, like those on a biblical level, right? So just from these names, you understand that sometimes it's very thick. And so these creams, somebody asked about the cream, right? So this, like if you have cream of this consistency, it's forbidden, or some other things on a biblical level. Right, so here we go, your shoe cream, for sure, right? So that's how you try to smooth your shoes, the shoe polish. Okay. Continue. Rubbing spreading such a substance to give them smooth, to give them a smooth surface is forbidden biblically, as we said, biblically. In addition, our sages prohibited smoothing substances of less thick and firm consistency. Okay, so those are very, very thick, for sure, like if you do beeswax or you do pitch is something like a tar, or something, right? Animal fats, right? Animal fats, we mean internal fats. I'm not sure exactly how they use it, but okay. I mean, nowadays, in olden days, yes, but nowadays I'm not sure. Okay, I don't know. Okay, so one more time the whole sentence. In addition, the sages prohibited smoothing surfaces of less thick and firm consistency if their degree of firmness somewhat resemble the wax. For example, skin cream. So, and I mean the skin creams, whatever we have, like that's in this category. So meaning what, as I always say, you open the tap, right? You put the finger in, take it out, and see if it's going to close by itself. Most likely it's not, right? Most likely it's not. I'm not sure if it's so liquidy, if it would be called a cream. Maybe it's going to call some balsam or some other name. I'm not sure. But when like these creams, like firm cream, like right, it's that's in this category. Spreading such a substance on a person's body or on a piece of cloth falls under the prohibition of smoothing. For by spreading it, one smoothes the surface. So the famous example, of course, yeah, if you have a somebody has this skin disease or skin issue, right, and they need to apply some cream, right? So we allow to squeeze cream, right, on this wound, cover with the bandage, and then just press it. So in another words, you do everything indirectly. So in case of the need, of course, it's not just because somebody is a little itchy or something. We don't do that. But if it's serious thing, and if you don't do it, it's like, for example, some antiseptical cream, like, okay, some real stuff, yeah. So still, like, you don't have to right? Maneuver it in in that area, just around, like put it around and press with something else. Okay. Okay. So one second. Spreading such a substance on one person's body or on a piece of cloth falls under the prohibition of smoothing. So meaning a piece of cloth and then put it on like a compress or something, right? So it would be forbidden. Or smoothing of smoothing. For by spreading it, one smooths out its surface. Very simple. Furthermore, the sages prohibited using such substances that is subject of the prohibition of smoothing biblically or rabbinically, even if one does not intend to smooth the substance out. Right? So of course, if a person does it for constructive purpose, it's going to be biblical violation. If not for constructive purpose, it would be rabbinical violation. Okay. But all of this forbidden, nevertheless. The sages were concerned that since it is common to smooth these substances during their use, right, one may mistakenly smooth them out. Right, meaning smooth them out. Okay. Okay. So that's why it says one second. Since the sages substance. So they say basically do not even apply. Why? Because you for sure you're going to smooth them out. Okay. Substances which lack the degree of firmness are excluded from this prohibition. Thus, fluids such as ordinary oil, baby lotions, or vitamin E are not subject to this prohibition. Okay, so it could be other prohibition, but this prohibition, it's not. So I think the question was sometime before about olive oil, right? And if they have the dry hands, so yeah, you can apply. What is it? This olive oil, or it's even better to apply baby oil, right? I think because it has all the minerals. Olive oil, the olive oil that the sages were talking about, that it's good for your skin. It's a special olive oil. I think they would pick them like one day only 30% ripe, and then press. I don't remember, but it says in Gemara something like that. So it wasn't like you had to know 40%. So sages knew. Okay, that's the most like effective oil for beautification, not for consumption, of course. Okay, continue. But all of the liquid substance, there's no problem with smoothing. Okay. The melacha of scraping and smoothing are forbidden on Yom Tov as on Shabbos. Within the minor differences, the differences that whereas on Shabbos it is praiseworthy to avoid even smoothing the surface of moldable foods, such as cake icing, egg salad, to improve the appearance. On Yom Tov, this is permissible. So since on Yom Tov you can bake the cake from the beginning, right? You can, of course, you would not be allowed to use all of your machinery or the mixers and other things, but if you want to do it manually, there is no problem. And then you want to apply icing. So right on Shabbos, we said even on Shabbos, if person forgot this and that, it's allowed apply, but you have to be careful not to smooth out. If you to just to put it on top, like a child who wants to go play and you make him or her do something and just to leave them alone, they do quick job. So in this case, yeah, it would be allowed. But on Yom Tov, you can do perfect job, right? And same with salads. But again, only smooth out the salads. For example, the tuna salad or egg salad. But you were not allowed to make like a special form a fish or something from this tuna salad. Okay.